The ability to express oneself clearly, persuasively, and articulately is mentioned as beneficial for engaging in meaningful conversations and conveying ideas effectively. What does it mean to speak eloquently? An eloquent speaker is someone who has mastered how they use language. They understand its subtleties and nuances and are able to use it to convey their message effectively and persuasively. Listening to an eloquent speaker is like listening to a great piece of music. Eloquence is the powerful, expressive, magnificent use of language. Simply put, if you are eloquent, then you are a fluent speaker. The name eloquence comes from the Latin word eloqui, which means to speak. But we are not talking about any normal speech here. The good news is that it's a skill that can be learned. If we keep to the music analogy, learning to become an eloquent speaker is similar to mastering an instrument. You don't simply pick up the instrument and start playing. Instead, you start by learning notes and scales, understanding the basic principles and techniques.
1. Create a vibrant vocal landscape. When someone is speaking, you're building a landscape in your mind based on the tone of their voice, the way they handle their words, the color they inject into their sentences, their pauses, pace, and word emphasis. We have all heard speeches that make our pulses race and our imagination flow. A great communicator has the confidence to tell a story or share a message that sparks a reaction with the audience. They will create a vocal landscape that is filled with color, dimension, and texture. Then they will direct their listeners' attention to the big ideas using their intonation and emphasis, and, in doing so, engage and interest them. Who springs to mind for you? 2. The power of words. Words are packed with meaning. They have the potential to be incredibly powerful tools if used correctly. The more sophisticated your vocabulary, the more options you will have to communicate your desired message. Take the word eloquent itself. In that word, we hear a mixture of short vowel sounds and delicate consonants, which together make the word sound light and poetic. The word eloquent sounds eloquent. An articulate speaker will choose their words with care, understanding the power of words not only in what they mean, but also in their intrinsic musicality. So when you are writing your speech or speaking in an impromptu setting, pick your words as if you were an artist trying to find the perfect shade to highlight a feature in his painting, or as a musician would hunt the right combination of notes to create a perfect harmony. This is not to say that overloading your speech with flowery language is the way forward. It is important, as with everything in life, to have quality, not quantity, so take care not to overdo it. A few carefully chosen words go a long way. You also need to make sure you are being authentic.
3. Vowels, expressing emotion. Vowels are a conduit for one's emotions. Using the vowels to share your feelings allows you to transmit emotion into your speech. You can think of it as putting color and melody into your speech. Using your vowels in this way gives your listeners a chance to connect with you and to come with you on the journey you are sharing. Here's our principal coach Jamie talking about vowels. We relate to one another through emotion. It's what makes great speakers and orators so convincing and powerful when they speak. Their words have emotion, intention, and impact. Using your vowels is a first great step to bringing more feeling into your speech, not to mention practicing good elocution. 4. Consonants, finishing off your thoughts. Consonants are a way of containing emotion and finishing off your thoughts. They are the firm edges within our vocal landscape. They provide definition to our ideas. They stop the objects in the environment from merging into each other. While you can drop some consonants, it is really important to pronounce ones in between two vowels and at the end of an important word or sentence.
5. Speaking with heart and mind. The power of words. An eloquent speaker raises the level of communication to one that is persuasive, musical, and sometimes magical. They have found a way to make their words and voices reflect their feelings and thoughts on multiple levels. From using their vowels and consonants through to picking words that perfectly articulate their feelings and ideas, they have mastery over communication, which gives them true power and influence as a communicator. Why not try putting these 5 tips to help you speak eloquently into practice and see how your message delivery improves?
Respecting and appreciating diversity in opinions, backgrounds, and perspectives is recognized as essential for creating inclusive and harmonious social environments. Another topic that intersects with the topic of another module. It means not judging people according to a certain characteristic, being aware that everyone lives within the framework of their own truth, and seeing differences as richness.
Mutual understanding and respect improve your quality of life and reinforce positive emotions. Respecting others' boundaries is key to strong and healthy relationships. Along with empathy, understanding, and open communication, respecting boundaries is essential for social cohesion, social interaction, and personal happiness.
So far, we have explained the basic concepts and skills for social interaction. After this, we move on to other topics that are more specialized and aimed at supporting dual career opportunities for young athletes.
Negotiation is a dialogue where two or more sides work together to reach an agreeable solution for all involved. It might result in a formal agreement like a contract or a less formal understanding like a verbal agreement. Understanding how negotiations work and what skills are needed may help you receive a solution beneficial to you. When do we need negotiation in sport? Can we give examples?
Stop for a moment and try to think about it, what you already know and what you have learned so far. But also, what is your opinion? What would important negotiation skills be and how you can become a successful negotiator? Done? Now let's focus on how effective diplomacy occurs in and affects our social interaction. Feel free to discuss this with anyone you would like. Think about it, reflect on your own situations when you encounter this, and reflect on what you have learned so far.
What is effective communication, and what is necessary in the process of establishing effective communication? What can you remember? Can you think about a situation when you had effective communication and, more importantly, when you felt like you had been an integral part of such communication?
When you're ready, feel free to continue with the course.